What up, you guys? Empress of Duality here. For those of you that are new or might not know, my name is Brooke. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Love Vibe Tribe, my subscribers, my Love Vibe Tribe. You know how much I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the abundance and love that you bring into my life. If you are new, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video or go live for live mini readings. Excuse me, this is going to be a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what up? What up? I got some interesting messages for you guys. If you are new, I start off with channeled messages straight from source, straight from spirit, and then I will pull some cards. I do offer personal readings. If you would like a personal reading for me, all of my offerings are in the description box below. I am a twin flame in union. I'm the divine masculine within my connection, and Danny from Northern Comfort Tarot is my divine feminine. Y'all go check him out. We do have a special featured reading right now, The Journey to Your Way to Fate. Danny and I do it together. It's very powerful and beautiful, transformative. The messages and the guidance and the connections that we make with you guys, the relationships that we build with you guys. It's just been a really pleasant and awesome experience, and I'm glad Spirit guided us to create The Journey to Your Way to Fate. But if you feel so guided, I invite you guys to consider investing in The Journey to Your Way to Fate. We do have a Facebook group you can join. It's in the description box. We have merchandise. You guys have asked us for merchandise. We do have some merchandise. You can check the description box for that. And with that being said, what up, Spirit? Let's fuck it up. Sagittarius. Shit. Okay. So I asked Spirit, I said, so Spirit, what would you like to talk about for Sagittarius? And they said, love. So the first thing I heard for you guys was love. So I guess we're going to talk about love today. And then, like, I got this feeling of, like, fighting, like, needing to fight, right? Argue, yell, like, that's the energy that I got. And I kind of, like, wanted to bypass it, but then it came back up again. So I decided to take the message because, you know, Spirit brings me the messages that you guys need to hear. I always create a safe and sacred space for messages of the highest good only to come through. Messages of love, healing, and the utmost clarity for you guys, and to push you all to the path that you truly desire. That is what I ask for when I do these readings for you guys. And Sagittarius, right now, I feel like you're in a lot of pain, honestly. It's like a lot of emotional turmoil, and whatever this fight was, okay, it could have been like you arguing with your significant other. It could have been an argument with your parents. It could have been an argument with a best friend. But whatever it was, it may have even started off as an argument about, like, what to watch on TV, and it ended up in this crazy emotional spot. Whatever the fight was, it led to in this fight with this person, whatever your weak spot is, Sagittarius, they hit it. Like, they took you out, right? And it makes you feel weak. Don't feel weak. We all have weak spots. And there's a message that Spirit shared with me a few, like maybe even a year ago, that still stays so true for me. And that is, whatever you perceive, Sagittarius, whatever you perceive as your weakness, baby, is your truest strength. And that's what you're going through right now. Whatever fight this was, or altercation, or, like, for some of you, I'm seeing like screaming, yelling, nasty. Like, it's nasty, dirty, dark energy. And there's no judgment there, y'all. We all have that. We all go into our shadow side to experience the contrast of our energy, to experience what we don't want so that we know what we do want, okay? But whatever took place, they hit you in your weak spot, and whatever button they pressed, it's like they unleashed all of the suppressed emotions, all of the limiting self-beliefs, all of the memories from your past that hurt you. It's like they unleashed all of this by pressing that button, okay? So Spirit wants you to look at your current situation, Sagittarius, from an objective standpoint, because this person or this fight, they hit you so, they triggered you so much in this space, right? Because they triggered you so much, you're very attached, emotionally invested in like figuring this out, in like winning the fight, right? And they're wanting you to pull yourself out of that because you're taking it very, very, very personally, whatever happened. And it's not even that the person did something so like, I don't know the word, it's not really what the person did or what the person said, but it's what the person triggered in you, okay? And they're wanting you to stop taking things so personally and allowing it to trigger you into being someone that you're not, okay? So this argument, this fight, this altercation, whatever it is, it may have triggered your shadow side, triggered your wounds, and you went into like fight or flight, and you chose fight. So it's like this fight, it brought out, you know, maybe the worst in you, if you want to look at it that way. There's no good, bad, right, wrong. You're beautiful just the way you are, and you don't have to do a damn thing, Sagittarius, to be worthy of love, to be worthy of abundance. That is your birthright. You are love, okay? So take a step back, observe rather than reacting to everything, because you are in like this constant state of reaction, like boom, 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 trigger, 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 scream, yell, fight. You know what I mean? So this person really hit you where it hurts, okay? And you have two choices, Sagittarius. You can either feed into the illusion, feed into the ego's fears, feed into the coping mechanisms, which could be addictions for some of you guys. It could be drinking. You know what I mean? It's like this, whatever fight ignited you in the midst of your full-blown shadow side, right? Like in the darkness. You're the light in the darkness. You're seeing all of your shadow side, and you're just in the constant state of reaction, emotional attachment, emotional turmoil. And you have two choices. You can feed into the illusion and react with the default programming based on fear, or you can evolve, Sagittarius. You can overcome. You can choose to release the personal attachment, and it feels like a personal attack, right? And it's not even that the person said something that was a personal attack. It's the trigger, right? It's the trigger that they hit, that weak spot in you that they hit. And you can release that personal attachment, release those emotions, and rise above your current situation. You are strong enough, okay? And you can finally release the old wound if you are conscious, if you consciously respond rather than react, okay? So that's what I got for your channeled messages, Sagittarius. I think I need to take a deep breath. And like balance your energy. Instead of reacting, walk away. Walk the fuck away, Sagittarius. Instead of like going in and attacking them because you feel personally attacked. And you know that it can get a little nasty when Sagittarius wants to attack, right? It can get a little nasty when Sagittarius's weak spot is triggered. And just this version of yourself that is not true, that is kind of like nasty, you know what I mean? Like, that's the word I keep getting. And like I said, it's not that it's good, bad, right, wrong. It's just, what is the path of least resistance for you, right? That's all we're ever trying to figure out in this journey. So with that being said, let's see what Spirit has for you. So they wanted to talk about love, so we're going to pull some romance angel cards for you guys. Sagittarius, this way. Oh, look at that beautiful in the background. Surrendering to love. surrendering to higher knowing, higher purpose, higher consciousness, higher vibration. So let's see what Spirit has for you guys, Sagittarius. And I do want to say, you know, I'm sorry that you are kind of dealing with a difficult situation right now, but you're not alone, Sagittarius. You're not alone. And whatever you did when you were triggered, whatever nasty things you may have said, nasty behaviors you may have went into for coping mechanisms and dealing with that wound, that wound and that trigger, whatever it brought out of you, Sagittarius, there's no judgment. I don't judge you. I see you. I feel you. I love you. And there's no judgment there, okay? So release yourself from the judgment. Forgive yourself. Forgive others, right? Find a way to navigate yourself into love, into gratitude, into taking responsibility for what you are experiencing, taking responsibility for the emotions that you allow yourself to feel, and not spiraling down into like those negative emotions, rising above it. And that can be challenging, y'all. When you're in like shit energy and triggered and in reaction mode to everything, like it can be hard to remember who you are. But let's see what Spirit has for you guys. Love messages for Sagittarius, please. Messages of love, healing, and the utmost clarity. What is going on with Sagittarius? What is up with this fight? What is up with this emotional turmoil? What is going on, Spirit? 3 shuffles. 2, 3. Alrighty, Saggy-Waggy. Let's see what's up. Current energy. Wow. Playfulness. Current energy, influencing energy, healing family issues. I did get that vibe. It feels like this person, I don't think they were a family member. They could have been a friend, could have been a romantic partner, whatever. But whatever they triggered, the wound is not, whatever you're triggered by, it's not really what the person's saying. But on the inside, that inner child within you, when you were triggered, it brought you, that inner child, back to the moments with your family and the wounds that took place and the emotions that were left unvalidated. And you know what I mean? Like your inner child went back to that place, and your inner child didn't feel safe in that place. So the ego created a protective layer, and now you are breaking down that protective layer because it's not protecting you anymore. It's actually suffocating you, right? Because you are strong enough to deal with it. You're strong enough to feel it, to heal it. Binding energy to your current person or situation is free yourself, Sagittarius. So you could even be healing, you know, ancestral wounds, right? So cut yourself some slack, because that's some heavy ass energy. Overall energy, please, for the reading. Overall energy, please, Spirit. You deserve love. You are lovable. No matter how you reacted, even if it was nasty as fuck, even if you got drunk as hell and said all sorts of things that you shouldn't have said, or called people that you shouldn't have called, text people you shouldn't have texted, went on Facebook blasting people about what happened, and making a point to put your perspective out there for others to, you know what I mean? Pull out of that. Pull out of that emotional pattern response, okay? To recapture romance, allow your inner child, what does that say? Inner youthful spirit of fun to shine, okay? All right, let's get some of these for Sagittarius. Three shuffles. Here's one. Here's two. 3. One more. Sorry. There we go. That feels good. Sagittarius. What is going on with Sagittarius? Please, Spirit. Fifth dimension. Yes. Again, so this is like the third time since I've been doing your reading, Sagittarius, that Spirit has made a point to bring to your awareness that you are in your ego, you are in your fears, okay? And they're needing you to call in your higher self. I call in my higher self to tame my ego's fears. I disconnect from any energies or entities, people, situations, addictions that are not of my highest good. Not of my highest good. Speaking your truth, right? Commanding energies into your space, but also disinviting energies that you don't want into your space. I need you to connect with your higher self. It's a weird card to come out, but okay. Nice. So whatever you're currently experiencing, Sagittarius, it is reflecting back to you a belief system that was created when you were a child. Whatever it is, you're not really seeing the real wound. You're not really seeing what's really going on right now. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, but because when you're in your ego and you're triggered, you can only see what is right in front of you, okay? And there's some kind of recognition on, recognizing how you felt in the past, recognizing that you didn't feel safe when you were a kid, recognizing that you didn't feel safe speaking your truth, recognizing that you didn't have parents that validated your emotions and helped you process emotions, realizing that you didn't have parents that helped you create healthy living patterns, just day to day, accepting that, embracing that, seeing how far you have come and the beautiful person that you are. But there is some recognition from your past that a wound that you're carrying, right? It's like the baggage that you're carrying into a connection, and that baggage is being triggered so that you can release it. Because whatever trauma, whatever painful happened to you in your past when you were a kid with your parents, more than likely, like whatever happened or could have happened within your first real relationship, think back to that. And we block out a lot of our pain, so we forget about it. But when you go back into it, you're going to start to remember and see why when you were triggered, why you responded the way that you did, okay? And taking responsibility for that is the first thing. Accepting it as it is, but you do not have to accept it as truth. It may have been true for you then, and I accept that, right? But it's not true for me now. I take responsibility for what I have created and what I am creating. I forgive myself for any times that boundaries were crossed. I forgive others for whatever they did to me. And moving and guiding yourself into a place of love and calling in compassion, being compassionate with yourself, nurturing with yourself, being compassionate for others and their pain and seeing their pain and their triggers that are coming up, and then moving into a place of gratitude. And if you do that process, if you speak it out loud, you're gonna feel your energy shift, just like I did right now as I was going through that process of acceptance, taking responsibility, forgiveness, right? Forgiveness is a really big one. As I was going through that process, I could just feel my energy shift into a place of peace, right? And you don't have to suffer, okay? So I'm gonna get some clarifiers, but I am seeing with free yourself, this is the binding energy to your current person or situation. It is time to take back control of your life. So I feel like for some of you, I just got the message, your parents wanted you to be a certain way, to play sports, to play music, to be number one at this, to be good at this. They wanted you to show up and be a certain way. And you carried that. I have to be, say, speak a certain way for people to accept me, to be accepted. There's that underlying belief that you're carrying from your family, the way that your parents treated you, that you have to be a certain way for people to accept you. Maybe you have to, You know, wear skirts that are down to your knees. Have to wear dresses that cover, you know what I mean? Like things like that. You have to be number one at your job. You have to be the best one on your soccer team. Like, you know what I mean? That expectation. There's an expectation that was established between you and your parents. You are expected to be and speak and show up a certain way. And you kind of carry that self-limiting belief that you have to show up. People expect you to show up a certain way, so you better show up a certain way. And within this connection, that's being reflected back to you so that you can set yourself free from that. Because maybe it was true for you at one point, but in accepting it, and then, like I said, you don't have to accept it as truth, right? Going through that whole process. That was for somebody. All right. It's getting hot in here. All right, Spirit. Messages for Sagittarius, please. Awaiting results and soul contract. Could be a Libra that you're dealing with. What is this recognition about? Recognition, divine masculine, the Emperor, and the King of Swords. Quick wit and intellect. Both masculine energies. Could be a Capricorn that you're dealing with. Libra. So here's the thing. This is all about taking your power back. There are fragments of your soul, Sagittarius. There are fragments of your soul that you had to leave in the past because you sacrificed a part of yourself to comply, or whatever that word is, to the expectations that were placed upon you, the conditions, the conditional love that was placed upon you, okay? And now you're going back and taking back that piece of your soul, that piece of you, because time is an illusion and that's still happening in that space. So that's why this wound was triggered, so that you can finally free yourself from codependency, from negative thought forms, from limiting self-beliefs. That's the devil energy, right? So you can free yourself from the separation and the disconnect that's happening within you. But they're wanting you to clearly decide what you want. What would you like to experience? They're wanting you to consciously create. So let me go ahead and get some cards out, and then I'll try to go into the messages. What's the separation bound about? Separation and bound, please. The Three of Swords in the reverse. I just want you to see, Sagittarius, this has got to be just about the heaviest energy that could come out on the board. Separation, Three of Swords, and the Devil. Completely disconnected. Like I said, it's that soul fragment. Like, this piece of you was completely severed and left behind, and now you're going back and taking your power, right? Releasing the heartache, releasing taking things personally, right? Pulling yourself out of taking things personally, pulling yourself out of victim mode. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Clearly deciding what you want and standing up for yourself, right? What was that message? Anyways, separation, the Devil, and Three of Swords. The heartache, the pain, trauma. You are disconnecting from all of those energies. They're all in the reverse. You see that, right? They're all in the reverse. It's beautiful. Grief at the bottom of the deck. That's another thing that you're releasing, right? Is the grief. The grief is what created the separation. All right, let me get some more cards. Separation is bound, please. Some of you really may have had some addiction, some codependency, some, you know, hooking up with people for the wrong reasons, having emotional attachments to people for the wrong reasons, drinking, doing drugs, distracting yourself from the pain that you're in. There's temptation. You're in the epitome of your trigger. You're in the epitome of your weak spot. You're in the epitome of your pain, but you're also, at the same damn time, you're in the epitome of your temptation, of the old you. The epitome of the temptation is before you. And like I said, you know, you have the choice to fall into the illusion of the ego's fears, or you have the choice to rise above, to clearly decide what you want and go for it, to have clear intentions, clear and loving thoughts about yourself and about your experience. Recognizing why, when you were triggered, you showed up the way that you showed up. All right. Take one more. So it's like you're in the epitome of your temptation, right? But you're also in the epitome of transformation. It's like you've decided to go a different way with your life. You've raised your vibration in many ways. You've let go of a lot of limiting self-beliefs, a lot of negative thought forms, a lot of negative self-talk, you know, addictions, friendships that weren't good for you, relationships that weren't good for you, freeing yourself from all of that. But before you free yourself, it's always the darkest before the dawn, Sagittarius, and that's where you are. You're in the epitome of darkness, but you are the light, and you can see. And it's just like this energy, all the energies that you have been disconnecting from, they want to show their face one more time. They want to tempt you one more time to see if you will go back to your old ways, to see if you will go back to living a life that was not fulfilling to you, right? To see if you will give your energy, your life force energy, and your power away, because there are people that don't have good intentions that are just draining your energy, right? And that's it. You're in. This is a huge moment for you, Sagittarius, and you can overcome it. You are strong enough. You just have to clearly decide what you want and fucking go for it. Fuck the fear. Take the fear. Don't run away from the fear. Allow it to be. Accept it. Observe. Be objective. Don't take everything personally. That's what helped me the most, and I feel like it's going to help you the most, is taking this whole situation and looking at it objectively without all the emotional attachments, because you just can't see clearly through that filter when you're taking it personally. One more card, please. I had a feeling that was going to come out. Some of you may have to turn down a love offer. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm not getting any more messages. The last card is the Page of Swords. Thoughts. And when I tap into your energy, my third eye and my crown chakra you may have been having a lot of headaches, but it felt like there was just all this pressure, and I feel like that's because there are downloads that you're getting that are coming in at the same time. It's just like, even though there's this epitome of shit, there's also like these downloads and this clarity and understanding, this recognition of the patterns that are playing out, right? The recognition of the soul contracts that need to be released or embraced, right? Okay, so let's pull for final messages. I'm Let's put one of these. This deck is huge. Y'all see this? Oh, hey, holy shit, yo. Alright, let's put one of these. For Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Final messages for Sagittarius. Okay, now we ain't trying to take the whole deck. Final messages for Sagittarius. I'm gonna pick these up real quick. Just to get them out the fucking way. Alright, let's see. Final messages for Sagittarius. There it is. Oh, got more than one. Doggy! Sandpiper Spirit. That's so funny. Your current energy was playfulness, and now your guidance card is be playful. Don't take it personally. Be playful. Don't take it personally. Be playful. You can even repeat that in your head, right? When shit starts popping off, don't take it personally. Be playful. Smile a little bit. Smile inside. I feel good. I feel great. I am consumed by source energy. I am unconditional love, right? Think those thoughts in your head and it will align you with a higher energy, okay? Electric Eel Spirit. Bring your ideas to life. And Dog Spirit, the doggy. Be loyal to what you love. Calling you out. That's a 10 right there. Be loyal to what you love. So, I'm going to read Sandpiper Spirit. I feel like that's the one that I should read for you guys. 152. Okay. There it is again, if you wanted to see it. Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. Sandpipers are like cute little clowns, poking their beaks into the sand before darting off to chase the waves. The appearance of Sandpiper Spirit is a sign that now is the time to engage your playfulness. Whatever task you have before you, perform them with a lightness of being. Call in lighthearted energy. Explore the familiar, discovering the new in the old. Explore the familiar, discovering the new in the old. Who knows what treasures await you when you let yourself laugh and have fun? Sandpiper Spirit's happy and curious nature can help you feel rejuvenated as you remember your ability to run and fly and dance playfully. Here is the protection message for you guys. When your heart is heavy and life seems to weigh you down, Sandpiper Spirit's message is to lighten your burden by finding joy and humor in the everyday. Become like a playful child filled with curiosity and wonder, and soon you will feel your own spirit lift. A few minutes or hours of fun-filled delight is exactly what you need now. Enjoy the ridiculousness of life and be willing to jump in. Let your inner goof out to express itself with abandon. That is beautiful. Okay, Spirit, fine. So that message, Sagittarius, even through the darkness, right? Even through our shadow side, our shadow work, healing our wounds, healing our inner child, we have to find time to just be lighthearted, to be loved, to have fun, to be curious, to take life and look at it objectively, not take everything personally. Just be lighthearted, right? Allow yourself to, just because there's a situation in your life that is heavy, right? That doesn't mean that you have to be in that heavy energy all the time. You can pretend like it's not even happening, right? Take yourself out of it. Just pretend like it's not there for a little bit and just recenter, right? Allow yourself to feel good. Play with your kids, play with the dog, whatever. Go outside in nature. Go buy some fucking water. Water is very healing for your emotions. All right. Dog Spirit 58. And I promise I'm done with you, Sagittarius, because I'm done, okay? The dog spirit wants to talk to you, Sagittarius. Get in pretty. Be loyal to what you love. Dog spirit appears to remind you that although change is a part of life and all of us are meant to evolve, our love and commitments remain strong. You are loved now and can trust that this higher love is true. Spirit loves you. And love has arrived in many forms now, manifesting in the people you surround yourself with, expressed uniquely through them. Dog spirit also says be true to which you love. For now is a good time for good fortune. Be steady as you recognize that people and things are always transforming. Your heart is loving and true. And dog spirit wants you to know that your steadfast commitment to experiencing and expressing love will attract and manifest more love. You deserve all of it. Have faith in spirit's plan for you. Last message. Loyalty to people and situations can turn into attachment that results in stagnation. Oh, can't make this shit up. Let me read that one time. Loyalty to people and situations can turn into attachment that results in stagnation, enmeshment, and loss of integrity. Do you fear what will happen if you let a relationship evolve? Are you afraid that asking for a situation to change will make others see you as disloyal? Trust that when dog spirit appears, you are meant to accept the turning of the wheel of life and the changes of fortunes. If you feel you are being betrayed or are growing apart from someone, let dog spirit reconnect you with your commitment to love in all forms. Perhaps a relationship is meant to evolve. Perhaps you are meant to evolve too, so that you can experience the growth for which your soul yearns. Your greatest loyalty is to love. Never forget that, Sagittarius. Yes, we love our people. Yes, we love our twin. Yes, we love our soulmate, our mom, our dad. But at the end of the day, your greatest loyalty is to love, your commitment to love. All of the shadow work that we do, all the pain that we endure, all of the heartbreak, all of the heavy energy, all of that is because of our commitment to love. So be open to all its many guises, including self-love. You deserve the best, and that is what spirit wants for you. Okay, come on, dog spirit. Alrighty, you guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the messages. If it resonated with you, please drop me some comments. Let me know how it resonates. Thank you guys so much for showing up for yourselves and always showing up for me, for all your support, all of your love. Everything I do it all for you guys. Empress of Duality out.